What Britney Spears experienced in the 2000s was absolutely insane. While she was one of the biggest pop stars in the world, she was also one of the most relentlessly hounded celebrities of her time. The tabloids and paparazzi didn't just report on her like they do with celebrities nowadays. They tried to tear her down piece by piece as there was no boundaries back then.
What do you think it'll take to get the paparazzi to leave you alone?
I don't know.
Is that one of your biggest wishes?
They followed her everywhere, whether she was pumping gas, grabbing coffee, getting dinner, or simply trying to exist. They camped outside her home, would chase her down the street, and captured her most vulnerable moments, all for the sake of selling a headline. They often commented on her body, releasing articles like this, and began making fake stories regarding her diet. Even if she would get something as simple as Jamba Juice, they would report on it and make it seem like it was a downward spiral. And because it seemed like the whole world was waiting for her to make a mistake, Britney decided enough was enough and shaved her head in 2007. The hairstylist said that Britney had walked in and she looked extremely distressed, and she kept repeating the same phrase over and over, saying, "I don't want anyone to touch me anymore." And it's obvious that she was saying this because the paparazzi had zero respect when it came to seeing her in public. However, this act of shaving her head only gave the tabloids more ammunition to make Britney's life a living hell. Instead of empathy, the media turned her struggles into a circus. They mocked her, ridiculed her, and started profiting off of her suffering. Things only seemed to get worse when Britney was going to go visit her ex and her two children. She was with her cousin at the time and they had to stop at a gas station to get gas. However, the paparazzi had been following her and showed up to the passenger side of the door and started saying things like they were concerned for her mental health. But ironically, while saying this, they proceeded to photograph her without her permission.
How are you doing? You doing okay? I'm concerned about you though.
At first, Britney didn't say anything and then just drove to her ex's house, and at this point, she could not stand the relentless stalking anymore. So she got out of the vehicle and started beating their car with an umbrella. However, the paparazzi loved every single moment of this because not only could they sue her for personal damages, but they also got a picture that would sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars to People magazine.
But it was a good night for us because it was a money shot.
In addition to how the public was treating her, things only became worse with Britney's personal life and her family. Very quickly, her mom, her dad, and her sister realized how much money and power Britney had, and her father forced her into a conservatorship and took away basically every single human right that she had. The way that Britney Spears was treated in the early 2000s wasn't just mean, it was inhumane. Thankfully, this established precedent, so this type of stuff never happens with celebrities nowadays, but it's fair to say that Britney never got justice for what the world and her family did to her.